A mystery motorist is being hunted after filling a huge pothole with concrete.
Because somebody has to take a stand, all right? And I am that guy, okay?
I'm that dude in the zombie apocalypse who's going to get bitten as fast as possible.
Welcome to the Sock Puppet Tribunal, the only show on the internet hosted by me where I make my friends argue for my and your entertainment. Just a reminder that the views and opinions expressed in this video are for entertainment purposes only and shouldn't be taken seriously. We're just here to have a good time. Tonight, joining us on the tribunal, we have Dick Dastardly. How are we doing today, Dick?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Good. Wow, I'm alive and kicking. I can't complain. Tiffy Poo, how are we doing over there?
Doing good.
Good, good. No cooking tonight?
No, I wasn't hungry. I made grandma egg salad.
Fair. So as it's a little different, we did have a dropout last minute, so I'm going to go ahead and take position number 3 on the tribunal. I am only going to vote in the event of a split decision. If it is a unanimous decision between our two tribunal members, then that is what will be final. But the real stars of our show are the contestants. And tonight in our hot seats, we have Hot Rod, who is going to tell you that his views and opinions are the expressed opinions of the Sock Puppet Tribunal, even though they are not. How are we doing today, Hot Rod?
Man, my views are the express views of Sock Puppet Tribunal, and you know, things are great over here. You know,
they're not, absolutely not. And his opponent, hailing all the way from Alabama. What's going on, Cheesy Fudge? How are we doing today?
I'm doing quite well. My views and opinions don't matter at all.
Well, I mean, they matter a little bit, not as much as the tribunal, but that's for a different story, I guess. Sporting a new facial look here. How are you liking it?
Yeah.
People don't tell you got a baby face
when I taste more mustache. Huh?
Yeah, people calling you baby face yet?
No.
No. What
I
are you gonna say?
Look close to my age now.
What were you gonna say?
I was going to say, when I taste more mustache, I just get rid of the beard for a while.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get started here. For those just joining us, the game is pretty straightforward. We have 3 rounds of 1 minute each per contestant. The first round is for opening arguments. Second round is for rebuttals. Third round is for closing arguments. At the end, our tribunal will pick a winner, and the winner gets nothing, just like the kids from Willy Wonka. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Are you two gentlemen ready to
violations?
Are you two gentlemen ready to hear about our topic for the evening?
Yes, sir.
Awesome sauce. All right, so this is actually coming to us from the Independent, and there is there's a lot of controversy with this one, and it's pretty entertaining if you look into it. A mystery motorist is being hunted after filling a huge pothole with concrete. So what's happened is highway chiefs are searching for a mystery motorist who poured concrete into a huge pothole that forced the closure of the road for weeks. The underlying story is that while this person filled this pothole with the concrete, it's been a known issue and a big nuisance for a long time. And instead of fixing the underlying issue of the pothole, what they've done is they've closed off the road. So what the council area is trying to do now is, instead of spending time fixing the pothole, they're actually doing this manhunt for this person who filled a pothole and keeps taking down the road closure signs because they wouldn't fix the pothole. So I thought it was pretty interesting. So tonight we're going to have Rod tell us why it should be okay for us as pedestrians and as civilians to take matters into our own hands when the government won't. And Cheesy Fudge, because you are such a law-abiding citizen and always 100% believe what the government says is in the best interest, I'm going to have you go ahead and tell us why we should not take things into our own hands and just let the bureaucracy take its due course. So are you both clear on the instructions?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our first round. And our first round is going to be with Hot Rod. Hot Rod, I'm putting 1 minute on your clock. The last time we had you on, it was about Rolls Royces and the Miami police. And we gave you the task of arguing for the police, which you were not necessarily a big fan of. Do you prefer your position this time, being the rebel?
Well, Yeah, it's fine. I guess I could argue both sides of this.
All right. Well, you got your subject. We got 1 minute on the timer. Are you ready to get started, sir?
Uh, affirmative.
All right. So your time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the tribunal, the government around and they found out. Because listen, like you don't pay for my damages on having to drive through this pothole. We've been asking you to fix it for weeks, months, and all it's doing is just causing more and more damage. Now that I get up the gumption to just fill this hole in, nobody has any problem driving on it. It's not hurting a thing, except for the fact that you don't like the fact that I fixed the pothole because I didn't go through your bureaucracy and your red tape, because I didn't take the time to wait for you to say yes. You know, like I should not have to like buy a new car because you decide not to fix a pothole, man. So don't get mad when I take the time, take things into my own
Stop, sir.
hands.
Stop, sir. Your time is up. All right. So I I like where you're going here, sir. I like where you're going because at the end you are correct. They're not helping with the damages to these vehicles from the potholes. And more information about the story, and it's really interesting if you want to look it up. The potholes are they had slashed the budget for filling the road work, and then so this person, that's what really drove this person to act, because they slashed the budget, they wouldn't fill it, and now they're saying, oh well, we have too many people filling other potholes, so we're just going to close this off. But no, I agree, they're not paying any for damages, so that's a good valid point. Cheesy Fudge, are you ready for your first round?
Yes.
All right. So we've got your same 1 minute on the clock. And you know, so we talked about Rod having to speak for the police last round, and I joke, but you're not much of a pro-government kind of dude, which is why I thought it would be fun to make you argue for the side of the government. For what it's worth, I believe this is a British news story. I don't know if that makes you more okay with being on the side of the government or not, but you never know. But are you ready for your time to start, sir?
Yes.
All right. So your time starts now.
You know what they say? The road to hell is paved in good intentions, or in this case, concrete from a hardware store. Do we know what kind of material the road's made out of? Is it asphalt? Is it gravel? This concrete, did it dry right? Is there any type of like mist, or did it dry wrong and like there's bubbles that cause like small little slivers that can actually pop tires? Did you think about that? They probably closed it down just so they can actually get rid of this concrete and pour some asphalt. You know, because just think about it like that. This person is causing more damage by being a good Samaritan than they are listening to the right and might of this local government. I mean, yes, the budget was slashed, but they can do miracles with only $5 if you think about it.
All right, conveniently, sir, that is your time. Yeah, so no, that's a fair point, a fair, very valid point. So there is no training. We don't know who this guy is. We don't know where he got the concrete. We don't know if it's the right amount of concrete or what kind of experience he has filling the pothole. Let me ask you, Rod.
Fell off the back of the truck.
It may have fallen off the back of a truck. Actually, Cheesy Fudge, could you say that in English? Or, I'm sorry, British accent?
Oh, yeah, it fell off of the back of a lorry.
Well, how about you, Hot Rod? You got a British accent?
No.
No, 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 absolutely not. That's fair. That's fair. All right.
You sound like Idris.
So, all right. So, Hot Rod, we're going to go ahead and jump back to you. And we're going to go ahead and put 1 minute back on your.
Wait. What was the recap of what he said?
So his argument is that you don't have the knowledge and skill to fill a pothole and so what's to say you're going to do a better job than the government? is the work you're going to do and filling that pothole really going to be enough to stop people from damaging their cars? We don't know because we don't know who you are. It's a good Samaritan that they're searching for.
Mm. Okay, so
Well,
ready.
you're ready. So this is all about the rebuttal. So we're going to try to poke holes in Cheesy Fudge's his argument. So we have 1 minute on your clock, and you are ready, sir?
Yes.
All right, your time starts now.
The road to hell was paved with good intentions. The hell you mean? It's not paved. There's nothing. There's a pothole. There's nothing there, man. I put the stuff in there so that we don't go to hell. Because guess what? Guess how do you get into hell driving on the road that doesn't exist? You know, you drive it, you pop your tire because there's no ground there. It explodes, and then everybody dies. Like nobody dies riding on flat road. You know, even it doesn't matter what it's made out of. If it's made out of anything, it's there. You know, we have an existing thing that we don't have to wait on you to. I don't have to wait on you to get a wild hair up your butt and do your job, man. So I did your job for you, so that people don't die or damage their vehicles.
All right,
I
stop,
could do the
sir.
rest of the time.
Well, perfect. You didn't have any more time to concede, so that works out perfectly. So let me ask you, because I know both of y'all fairly well. I consider both of y'all pretty good friends. I know both of you have very differing ideas regarding religion, but since both of you went to that religious phrase, "The road to hell is paved in good intentions," I just yeah, just think it's pretty interesting that both of you chose that phrase. As far as his words to you, Cheesy Fudge, what do you say to that? I mean, it is better than nothing, and it is a situation where having it nothing there, waiting for them to fix it, is way worse than having something there to kind of protect these people. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, if you think about it, he used concrete. Well, what's the drying period of that concrete? People are not going to wait for it to dry, so it's going to wind up being driven into. There's going to be divots, and that's actually going to cause damage to axles.
Yeah, that's true. Cheesy Fudge and I had a conversation this morning about diesel engines. So his knowledge as far as motor vehicles is raising dramatically minute by minute.
Yeah, I know 4% now.
Baby steps, right? All right, Cheesy, we've got you all queued up here. We have 1 minute on your clock. This is all about the rebuttal, so we want you to kind of follow up on your points, but also poke holes in his points if you have any. We have your time ready to start. Are you ready to start, sir?
Yes.
All right, your time starts now.
The city is a municipality. This is not about the lone individual. But yes, they tried to do something good. But invariably, during the concourse of time, it's going to wind up backfiring, and it's going to damage more vehicles than that pothole ever could have thought. So, Rod tried to do something good. I tried to do something good once too, and I got kicked in the nuts. Does that mean he deserves it? No. But he needs to realize that the government knows everything. The government knows what we need. The government should do what the government does. It's not the individual, it's the people with the money. I don't know how much time I have left. But,
all right, you got 5 seconds. All right, time is up, sir. All right, so Rod, one of the big takeaways from Cheesy Fudge's round there was the "I can't do it" at the end. There you go. That. Do you have a rebuttal or anything you'd like to follow up with that on, or?
You talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, it's supposed to be closing arguments.
Well, no, we're not at the closing arguments. We're doing the banter
Okay.
section. So do you have anything to say? Go ahead and give Cheesy Fudge. Could you reiterate that last point one more time? Yeah, follow up or rebuttal. Oh, well, that's fair. 100% fair. Oh, okay. Well, this is just turning into a very different kind of show, and I'm kind of into it, but it's neither
Yeah,
here nor
funny,
there.
but yeah.
So, one thing that was mentioned there as far as cheesy fudge, and I don't know if it was intentional, but if I could get everybody who is aware of the Cornetto trilogy on the call to join me in saying the greater good, that would be really entertaining. Thank you.
That
Somebody's
was.
getting
Gotta love
moving.
that movie.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our final round. We're going to go ahead and get started with Hot Rod over here. Our final round is all about the closing arguments. Rod, you've done really well so far, being the rebel and speaking out for the man. Because sometimes you got to speak for the trees. You know what I mean?
Speaking out against the man, not for the man.
Oh yeah, yes. Speaking out for the common man. I apologize.
Yes. Mhm.
But yeah, because sometimes you got to speak for the trees because the trees can't speak for themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, no,
I was over X.
no callback to the Rush song that you used to perform in Rock Band.
Oh, I thought you were going to do all right. Yeah.
Yeah, way back
Yeah.
when, deep cut.
There's trouble in the forest.
There's trouble in the forest. There's unrest in the
trees.
trees. Yeah. All right. So we have 1 minute on your clock for your final arguments. Are you ready, sir?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Your time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the tribunal, my opponent, Cheesy Fudge, wants you to trust the government. What the hell, man? You know you can't trust the government to to know best. You can't trust them to rub like two rocks together, man. You know, we just asked you to just fix a damn pothole, and you don't have money in the budget, but you can let like boys in the girls' locker room, and boys go to girls' bathrooms, but you can't fix a pothole. Come on, man! And now so much bureaucracy. You want to you want to close down the street that people are using to go to work and and do life to find me for fixing a problem that you ignored and did not budget for. I spent my
Stop, sir.
dollars.
Stop, sir. Your time is up. All right. No, absolutely. So I like that. I like that Rod is taking this really personally as as if he was the one that would actually go out there and fill these potholes. I am
I
super into
would
that.
be the one. Because somebody has to take a stand. All right, and I am that guy. Okay.
When's the last time you
I
mixed
am
concrete, Rod?
me. Huh?
When's the last time you
I
mixed concrete?
Well, I make foundations all the time. Sometimes I build houses and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
can do
mean,
stuff. Like when the poop hits the fan, I will be a survivor. I can start a fire from just sticks, all right, and punky wood.
all right. I expect a demonstration. You know where I live. Come on over.
All right, I'll
All
burn
right.
that sucker down.
No, don't burn my house down. Just give me a demonstration that you can do it. All right. All right. Cheesy Fudge, how are your survival skills?
I'm that dude in the zombie apocalypse who's going to get bitten as fast as possible.
Fair. You're probably going to be like the catalyst of the zombie apocalypse.
Hey, if he gets bit first, then he can eat more people.
Yeah, I mean that's science. That's math.
You
That
don't
makes
Yeah,
a
I'd
you
lot
rather
don't
of
be in
want
the
to
sense.
be
buffet line
the,
than be
the
a
last
snack.
one to get bit because then you don't have anybody to eat. Now you got none of the benefit of being a zombie. Like everybody else over here living their best zombie life, and then you got nothing.
All right. So, Cheesy Fudge, we're going to go ahead and bring you on for your closing arguments. I think that you definitely got the harder side of this because of just we're all pretty I don't want to say anti-government on this call, but we're all we all question our government, and I know it's difficult for you to take you to their side, but you're doing a fantastic job. I really think you're doing a fantastic job with it. So we're going to go ahead and set up your closing arguments. We have 1 minute on your clock. Are you ready to go ahead and get started, sir?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Your time starts now.
My esteemed and somewhat insane opponent has made a statement talking about bureaucracy, and I, representing the municipality of this government, will say that we are cutting out most of our bureaucracy. We only have a 344-page docket about this pothole. So that means that we will get to it faster and more efficient, and we won't have some dime store concrete in a hole. We will have the finest asphalt, and we will make this look like there was nothing there at all. It's only going to take us 3 years, 4 days, and 17 hours, but it will be done, and it will be glorious.
All right, sir. You got about 5 seconds. You want to concede?
Yes.
All right. Not a problem. Not a problem. No, so this is fantastic. I really enjoyed this conversation with y'all because at the end of the day, it's a very reasonable conversation to have. We on one side of it, there is the bureaucracy and doing what's right for the good of the people around you. But on the other hand, I don't know how to properly fill a pothole, and while I could definitely pour concrete into it, I don't know if it would really fix the problem. So no, it's a fantastic subject. It's a very interesting question, and I look forward to the discourse, in the comments or throughout the week when I talk to people about this. It's been a pleasure having you both on. You're both very, very entertaining people. So thank you for taking the time. I know it was kind of a last minute change. Rod wasn't originally supposed to be one of our contestants, so he stepped in today, but I appreciate the time. I have changed the format. Obviously, I no longer have. I do all the informational stuff in the post, so you'll have to get me what you want to show up as your nameplate. But before we go, Rod, do you have anything you want to say? Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to talk about? Nah. Fair. Cheesy Fudge. What about you, sir?
No.
All right. Yeah. Fair. Okay. All right. So I guess we're just gonna do what?
I'm an island to myself.
Didn't you get a strawberry shortcake today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see it.
It's over there.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, that's a strawberry shortcake over there. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and jump over the. For those who didn't catch it, I apologize. I switched too fast. Cheesy Fudge informed me that the strawberry shortcake's name is Rachel. So that's a thing. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick talk to the tribunal. We'll start with Dick Dastardly. Dick, I could hear everything in the background, and you were laughing a lot, and I don't know how many of those beers you've had, so it might be because of that. But
I have had a half of a beer. So I mean, I'm a lightweight, but not that lightweight. Okay,
that's fair. When you brought that on earlier, I was gonna have my girlfriend to see if I could have her mix me a drink, but I completely forgot about it, and now she's secretly watching this in another room, so she's too busy to do it. So I will send you a picture of the drink when I make it later. But as far as today, where do you stand on this, Dick? As far as taking things in your own hands and waiting for the bureaucracy, do you have opinions?
I'm typically one of those guys that likes to procrastinate on everything, which also means, well, I guess not necessarily correlates to me also being non-confrontational for the most part. And so, personally, I would absolutely have gripes about things not being fixed in a somewhat timely manner. But I don't think I'd have the cojones to go fix it myself. So I applaud those that want to take charge and do it. I just don't think I'd be one of them.
Fair. All right, so who are you going to give it to?
So this one was really, really hard.
That's what she said.
Because Cheesy Fudge was giving off Rocky Road Milan vibes. Nobody else is going to catch that because of the unreleased episode. But I definitely got the authoritarian regime walking in, big dick in the locker room, and just telling you how it is.
Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah.
I gotta give it to the Lorax rod for the trees.
Oh, for the trees. All right. So, Tiffy Poo, you are currently muted. Good, you're unmuted. So we're not going to get into too many specifics. Tiffany can't have an opinion about this because of her relationship with government entities. So instead, we'll ask Tiffy. Did you do any kind of research for this one?
I did. This was a 10-foot hole
It
that was
a
causing a
giant-
road closure that was preventing people's access to necessities, i.e., they were having issues where the garbage people weren't able to come and pick up their trash properly. They were waiting up to 2 weeks to get their mail. And the city council's response was, well, it's rainy season, so we have to wait till it gets drier because that's the underlying cause, rather than figuring out a temporary solution. So they didn't close an entire road. So and a lot of the people actually know who filled it in, and they're like, them. He's a hero. And I have to kind of agree when you realize the only reason they're having pothole issues is because the city council's mismanagement.
Mm-hmm. So who do you think won?
So based on that, I was just like, yeah, it sounds, now, mind you, it isn't necessarily the best thing to use concrete to shoulder potholes because they have a different, the expansion rate and stuff between concrete and asphalt is different. So it's going to end up just cracking anyway. And not only that, if they haven't fixed the drainage issues, as we know in Florida, it's just going to pop up again. Of course, in Florida, I just expect potholes to always be there. I mean, when I was a kid in the 90s, there was like a joke going around like, where people photocopied it and hung it on walls. That's how old my parents are. And they came home like, look at this really funny joke. And it's a picture of traffic cones going, it's the Florida state animal.
There.
And I don't think anything's changed in the state of Florida since then. So yeah, I see their frustration, and I just accept that you usually find alternate routes. But maybe in this small town, it didn't have it.
Tiffy, who do you think won?
Rod.
All right, perfect. So we have a winner. The tribunal has spoken. Hot Rod is our winner. So here's a fun fact. I forgot to mention it while we were doing the banter and talking to each other. Hot Rod is the only person I've ever had to bleep on this show. But now I have to bleep Tiffany too. So I was actually going to see if I could get Cheesy Fudge and Dick Dastardly so I could bleep them as well. But I ain't switching back to them. It's not worth it to me. So next time I have them on, I'll get them to cuss so I can bleep them as well. But in the meantime, what do you think as far as this goes? Who do you think had the better argument? What do you think of the situation? Is this guy a hero or is this guy a nuisance? Tell us about it down in the comments below. If you liked, give us a like, if you and share it and subscribe and all that nonsense. And for now, the tribunal has spoken. This is a hero. And we will discuss another fun topic next time here on the Sock Puppet Tribunal.